It all started with a vision, one that would disrupt the streetwear world and redefine cool for an entire generation. The mastermind behind it? NIGO. From Tokyo's bustling streets to the world's fashion capitals, his mark is everywhere. Welcome to the untold story of BAPE, where style meets culture and legend is born. A journey of innovation, culture, and influence. The story of NIGO and his creation of A Bathing Ape, BAPE, is a tale woven with creativity, cultural significance, and a vision that transcended fashion trends. NIGO, born Tomoaki Nagao in 1970, would eventually become one of the most influential figures in the fashion world. His journey is deeply entwined with the rise of streetwear and the culture that surrounds it, revolutionizing the way fashion is perceived and consumed in the global marketplace. Early life and influences. Before NIGO's ascent into the world of fashion, his early life in Japan was shaped by a love for music, particularly hip-hop and American pop culture. Growing up in the 1980s, Japan was at the cusp of a cultural shift, with Western influence rapidly making its way into the country. Hip-hop, graffiti, and skate culture were all part of a vibrant underground scene that would later become the bedrock of NIGO's work. NIGO's obsession with fashion began as a teenager when he discovered vintage American clothing. He was drawn to the unique, often rebellious spirit of these pieces, seeing them as a way to express individuality. It was during this time that NIGO became increasingly enamored with the aesthetic of American street fashion, particularly the bold logos and graphics that became synonymous with the emerging hip-hop culture. However, NIGO didn't limit himself to just fashion. His interest in music and art would play a pivotal role in the development of his creative vision. His fascination with rap culture would later inform the branding and marketing of BAPE, where street-level authenticity was key to the brand's appeal. The Birth of Bap. In 1993, NIGO took his first step into the fashion world by founding A Bathing Ape, a name inspired by the 1966 film A Clockwork Orange, which featured a scene where a character talks about bathing in the water like an ape. But more importantly, the name reflected NIGO's love for the idea of comfort. The phrase bathing ape could be interpreted as taking a relaxed approach to life, one that prioritizes leisure and enjoyment. NIGO began by selling t-shirts out of his store, Nowhere, which was located in Harajuku, Tokyo, a district that would become a global hub for street fashion. In these early years, BAPE was far from the massive global brand it would later become. It catered to a small but influential circle of artists, musicians, and fashion insiders who shared NIGO's vision of an alternative fashion scene outside of mainstream clothing lines. The store's minimalist yet distinct design also became a hallmark of BAPE's aesthetic. BAPE's early designs were deeply influenced by NIGO's love for American pop culture, particularly the graphics and visuals that defined 1980s and 1990s streetwear. But the brand's distinctive approach to design took the form of a highly recognizable motif, the BAPE camouflage print, a fusion of military design with vibrant colors. The print became one of the brand's signatures and was instrumental in propelling BAPE into the cultural limelight. The collaborations that defined the brand. While BAPE's designs were fresh and innovative, it was NIGO's strategy of collaboration that truly set the brand apart. NIGO understood early on the importance of community and the cultural cachet that came from aligning with other influential figures. One of the first major collaborations that put BAPE on the map was with the legendary hip-hop artist, Pharrell Williams. Williams, a longtime admirer of NIGO's work, collaborated with the brand to create a limited collection that would mark the beginning of a highly successful partnership. NIGO's collaborations with artists, designers, and musicians were pivotal in establishing BAPE as a global cultural phenomenon. The brand's success was no longer confined to the streets of Tokyo. BAPE's collaborations with figures like Kanye West, Jay-Z, and the renowned DJ A-Track cemented the brand's place in the pantheon of streetwear. But what set BAPE's collaborations apart from others was the exclusive nature of the releases. NIGO built a culture around scarcity, dropping limited edition pieces that would immediately sell out, creating a sense of urgency among fashion enthusiasts and collectors alike. The BAPE aesthetic and its impact on fashion. BAPE's aesthetic was a unique fusion of hip-hop, skate culture, and Japanese art, blending various influences into a style that was immediately recognizable. Beyond the use of the camo print, The brand was also known for its bold logos, graphic-heavy designs, and the iconic BAPE shark hoodie, a symbol of the brand's irreverence and playful approach to streetwear. The design was a direct rebellion against the clean, minimalistic style that had previously dominated high fashion. Instead, NIGO embraced color, texture, and excess, which allowed BAPE to stand out in a crowded marketplace. BAPE significantly influenced the fashion industry by introducing the concept of street luxury and popularizing hype culture, where limited edition, high-demand items became status symbols. NIGO's exclusivity created an aspirational quality that other brands tried to replicate, setting the blueprint for streetwear evolution in the 21st century. BAPE's influence on the fashion industry is profound and continues to influence the industry today. But NIGO didn't stop at clothing. He expanded BAPE into other products, including accessories, footwear, and even toys. BAPE's partnership with sneaker brand Nike was another watershed moment for the brand. The BAPE x Nike Air Force One collaboration, in particular, became one of the most sought-after sneakers in history, symbolizing the intersection of streetwear and luxury fashion. The legacy of NIGO and BAPE. NIGO's collaboration with BAPE significantly shaped the fashion industry, influencing a generation of designers, artists, and entrepreneurs. His legacy inspired brands like Supreme, Off-White, and Fear of God. After selling his majority stake in BAPE to IT Group in 2011, NIGO continued to collaborate with major brands and founded his own clothing line, Human Made. His ability to blend art, commerce, and creativity has solidified his place as one of the most influential figures in the fashion world. His journey with BAPE is a story of innovation, authenticity, and cultural influence. NIGO's legacy continues to inspire the next generation of designers and entrepreneurs, ensuring his impact on the fashion industry will be felt for years to come. From a small store in Harajuku to a global movement, NIGO's legacy is more than just clothes, it's a revolution. So, next time you put on that BAPE hoodie or rock a pair of camo shorts, remember, you're not just wearing fashion, you're wearing a piece of history.